How to share a Google Calendar with others. 3 different ways. Hey guys, welcome back. In this tutorial today, I'll show you guys how you can share your Google Calendar with either a specific person, a public link so anyone could view your calendar, or collaborate with your specific team and share your calendar with your team. So let's get into it. Now, there are 2 conditions to this. If you have a personal Google Calendar, with Google Workspace not activated, then you're not going to be able to do a team share of your calendar. However, if you do have Google Workspace and you've either just opened up your account or used it once, then you will be able to have team access to your calendar. So, what are the different calendars on Google and how can you set them up? Now, you will see on the left of my Google Calendar, you have 4 different types of calendars. Now, the tasks one is the one that is integrated from my Google Tasks. I have used Google Tasks, and that is why it is displaying tasks. Then I have a student calendar that I've created myself. If I no longer require this, I can delete a calendar as well, and I can also add a new calendar. Now, this is my personal calendar, and I will click on these 3 dots on the right. Once I click on these 3 dots on the right of the calendar title, I can click on Settings and Sharing. Once you click on Settings and Sharing, you're going to scroll down a little and you will see Access Permissions for Events. Now, if you want to make your Google Calendar a public calendar, so anyone can actually see your calendar details, including the events you're attending, then you can click on Get a Shareable Calendar, and then you can click on Copy Link. Now, if I share this link, this will display all of my calendar info, so anyone will be able to have access. However, if you want a bit more privacy included, even when you are making your calendar public, you can click on this drop down menu on the right. Once you do so, you can add only see free/busy, hide details. This is really important to set up meetings and to set up appointments. So, if you want to use your public calendar for meetings and appointments, you can go on ahead and use the second option, which is the only free/busy. And this will hide any of the details, but it will only display whether or not you're free or available. So if I open this up in a new tab, I will be able to only see the version where the meetings are blocked, but I'm logged in, so I cannot display that over here. Now, after that, we can go ahead and scroll down a little more. And we can share our calendar with specific people or groups. This can be either a friend, a manager, a personal assistant, or anyone that you would like to share your calendar with. To do this, simply click on Add People and Groups. Once you click on Add People and Groups, you can enter the email address of the person that you would like to share your particular calendar with. So I'll add this email over here, and you can add a specific permission. So even when you are sharing your calendar with one specific person, you can choose you want them to have access to see all of your event details, make changes to events, make changes and manage sharing, as well as to only see free and busy. Now, if you have someone that is just your appointment manager and they're only just supposed to take your appointments and set them up, you can set them as see only free and busy, and they can just see when you're free and schedule in appointments as they go. However, if you want them to manage you, so if you have a personal manager or a personal assistant, and you want them to have access to everything and manage everything, you can click on See All Event Details. You can also allow them to make changes to event if your personal assistant has the access or authority to do that. Now, after that, we also have our next section, which is making changes and also managing sharing. If I allow this permission, then it is going to make people or enable the person that you're sharing this with to actually share your calendar further. So this really depends on who you're sharing this with, and you can set the preferences accordingly. So let's say I want to only allow this person to see my free and busy time. Now, below that, you can also set up your event notifications, all day notifications, but after that, on the left, you will see this option to access permission for events. So This will allow people to, access permission for events, and you also have the option to delete a particular calendar. This will make all of the events, tasks, all the linked items in this calendar be deleted. You will also see that in your calendar, you have the option to integrate the calendar on the left. If you want to share your calendar with a website or with your own portfolio website, you can totally set that up as well. And you can also choose to embed the code in your website or in your portfolio and set up meetings accordingly. Now, Google Calendars are not limited to just one calendar. So, if you want to make sure that your personal calendar is segregated, you can always click on Add Calendar and click on Create New Calendar. This could be your meeting scheduling calendar, and you can just set this up as you go. This can help you in ensuring that your calendar remains private while all other information is still accessible for scheduling. Now, you can see that Google also has the option for sharing with groups. If you want to share with groups, or if I want to share with multiple different people, I can just enter their email addresses over here like this and just add multiple people in bulk like this. So this is totally up to your personal preference. Again, if you want to share this with an entire workspace, you can enter the workspace emails as well, like this, or you can just go on ahead and add one person. Now, Google Calendar is again a tool that is integratable. So, your calendar can choose to display one section of your life, and other calendars can display others. However, if you take a look at the right section, you also have things or utilities like tasks on Google. You can click on Add a Start Task, and you can start adding tasks in directly in this little task list, and then you can drag and drop them on dates so you know when you're supposed to accomplish something. You can also go into the Keep section, which can help you in taking quick notes when you are going along your day. And you can choose the view of your calendar, including a 4-day view, a 1-day view, weekly views, monthly views, as well as yearly views, and a scheduling view, which will show you all of your tasks and when you're supposed to complete them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you are now able to get started with setting up your Google Calendar and sharing it in multiple different ways. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or queries about Google Calendars or any other tool or platform, make sure to leave those in the comment box down below because I would love to know what else you guys are willing to learn. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, and leave a comment down below. And I will catch you guys in the next video.